Hi there, I'm Diamond, and this is our story of how we got started in pickleball paddles. So a couple years ago, friends of ours talked my wife into playing. She came home, told me how fun it was. Of course, I didn't believe her, but eventually relented and went out and played with her, and we were both just taken by it immediately. So we went online to Amazon, bought two paddles, two balls, and a bag. It all came together. I think it was all $65. And played with that our first summer, which was fine and did a great job, did what they were supposed to do. During that time, my wife came down with tennis elbow, pickleball elbow, tennis elbow. Either way, her elbow was hurting. So I was at work one day and I was talking to some coworkers about it who happen to be engineers, and they said, "Have you ever tried Kevlar or thought about Kevlar?" Now, it may sound strange to a lot of you because who just goes out and buy Kevlar? But I live in a heavy manufacturing area, Elkhart, Indiana. It's called the RV capital of the world. Approximately 80% of all the RVs/campers that are made come out of this county. So lightweight and strong materials are something that's readily accessible to us. We purchased Kevlar, started making some Kevlar paddles our own, and lo and behold, her tennis elbow went away. So this went on for a little bit. We had friends become interested who was also having elbow issues or problems, and we started mass producing our Kevlar paddles, Mayhem, under the Diamond manufacturing name. And that's how we got to where we're at. So we've tried some of the other materials out there. We're still looking at other materials. Part of the problem, I shouldn't say problem, that's not right. Part of the issue with the other materials is getting them passed by the USA Pickleball Association. I'm comparing it to a cork bat. There's a lot of materials up there you can use, but they go beyond the limits that they want to be able to have, which is understandable. So you have to pick and choose where you can. Kevlar passes all those, and that's why the Mayhem is certified. It was all tested, and I can put the USA Pickleball seal on there. But tennis elbow comes from vibration. And when you have a polypropylene paddle, of course, polypropylene is a plastic. All that vibration that when you hit just disperses and goes out to the next thing that's connected, which of course your hand goes up to your elbow. You may not feel like it. You may not even notice it, but that's what it does. Kevlar absorbs vibrations or absorbs more of them. So when you hit, the vibrations don't go down into the elbow as much. You have less vibrations. Now, Kevlar is a stiffer material, and we're talking about the same type of Kevlar that stops bullets, but it's in a different material than the Nomex that we use. So it has a stiffness to it, so you'll get some kinetic energy back to the ball. So you'll get a little bit more pop than what you're used to. And many of our customers write back that it was more pop than what I expected, and it is. You will definitely notice a difference in your ball. If you want more pop, you will get it from Kevlar. If you are at the kitchen, non-volley zone line, and when a ball is hit at you and it goes and you hit it, you return, and it's a real quick one, and a lot of times they don't make it over the net because you don't have enough power to it. The Kevlar gives you a little bit more energy, kinetic energy, to get the ball back. That's what I personally struggled with, and that's why I like it, because it allows me to just have a quick little hit and it goes back over the net, not so far as to pop it up. Of course, that does happen, and that's on the user's fault. That's not the paddle's fault. But it does give me enough kinetic energy and enough bounce back that it doesn't end up in the net for me. So that's why I prefer the Kevlar over the polypropylene. My wife likes it because her tennis elbow is no longer bothering her. She likes it. It helps her generate a little bit more power. We used a raw carbon face on this one. Raw carbon is giving you the best chance that you can get to be able to elicit spin on the ball, to get grip on it, and will last the longest. I like grit paint, but grit paint lasts about 2 to 3 months. I've used some paddles that have that. In fact, I use a lot of other competition paddles just to see what's out there and then how they perform. But you need about 2-3 months and it's gone. And I have another series coming up called Graphics. I want to get more into that. But raw carbon, the Toray T700, which we use out of Japan, is the best you can get right now and gives you the best chance of getting the most amount of spin that you can get on it. Now, you can only have so much spin because, again, that is regulated by USAPA rules of how gritty the surface can be. And those are tested. And you have to be certified within their limits. So you're never going to get one... You're never going to get one that's legal. That is, wow, the things I can do with this. I know some out there making an EVA foam, which you can put some little crazy spin on it and you can hit some crazy power, but they're not certified, of course, playing tournaments. Once again, I compare these to cork bats. Can you use them every day in places? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Are they certified? No, they're not. And we do need some type of governing body in place to help constrict and keep all of the equipment that we're going to use within line, or things are going to get out of hand real quick. So I'm completely behind it. But anyhow, that's why we use the carbon face. That's why we use Kevlar. It is more expensive. It is harder to obtain. There are not many companies out there who want to dabble with it. I was fortunate. The company I deal with makes paddles for Eula, Franklin, and Onyx, and they were open to the idea. So I was very fortunate in the partnership that I've found with them, and I'm grateful for it. But that's how we got to where we came out with the Mayhem and the Kevlar core and the Diamond pickleball paddles. So join us for our next episode where we talk about if it's so good, why isn't everybody using Kevlar? Thanks. Bye, guys.